Okay, so like I was saying before, the GOAT game is the game of the week.
The
And the
goat.
GOAT game is the game of the week. That's the Packers and the Buccaneers, man. The Packers and Buccaneers, that
That's a
game
good choice. That was my second.
is, and the only reason why I say it's the game of the week is because the expectation for this season in the NFC is that you're going to end up with these four teams. And the fourth team is actually a toss up. But the three teams that's expected to be at the top of the hill at the end of the season is the Packers, the Bucks, and the Rams.
Yes.
So this is possibly
Preview to the playoffs.
a pre
NFC
playoff
Championship,
preview
maybe.
game. It, let's not go that far. Uh,
Come on now.
I still believe that the Packers are going to regress, and they still have to get past Minnesota and the way Detroit is playing. And I told you this before that Detroit is not a shabby team. When the rest of the league is starting to call Amon-Ra St. Brown a true number one wideout, and
He might be
Swift
the steal of all fantasy football drafts this year.
Swift is dude.
He really might.
I've
Honestly.
been calling that.
I know.
Oh,
And you didn't
I've
even
been
get to draft him because somebody took him before you got him in a dynasty
right.
league, and then somebody else got him in their redraft league,
Yes.
in both
Every
redraft. Did you get
yeah.
him in the Rushmore league?
I wonder who that is.
Well, I got him
Uh,
in our dynasty league. I'll tell the audience that. Yeah, I drafted him right before Ezra had a chance to get him.
and the reason why you drafted him is because I said I wanted him,
Well, yeah, and he's
and
been
I
a
was
starter
like,
every week, and he will be a starter every week,
look, and it
along with DeAndre Swift.
reminds me of that song by TLC. What about your friends?
All right. Well,
Yeah, but like I said, that's the GOAT game. The GOAT game is the game that I think everybody's gonna call the game of the week. Everybody's gonna be looking out for that game. 3:25 Central. I want to
well,
say is what time
that's
it
not
is.
my game of the week, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's the only other one that I was going to pick between, and I
What
don't like
so
neither team, so I didn't pick it.
so go through your game of the week one more time.
My
What
game of the
your game?
week is the Bills and the Dolphins, and the Bills over the Dolphins.
Bills Dolphins with the Bills getting the W.
Yes,
Mine is Packers Bucks with the Bucks getting the W.
yes. All
So
right.
so that's our games of the week. Well, let's hit Thursday night. Thursday night game is
Boring.
the Steelers and the Browns.
Honestly,
I
do
don't
not know who to go with in this league in this game.
neither one. I'm you know
I
what?
wish we did. I mean, I would go. I went with the Steelers.
I'm gonna go Browns.
You can go Browns.
And not because you went Steelers, but I'm gonna go Browns because Amari Cooper is coming alive. Jacoby Brissett is actually competently
Told you.
taking. You told me. I already said that he wasn't a bad
And
quarterback.
you know, I almost took the Browns, but I'm like, you know what? I give the Steelers just that slight edge, just a
I'm
very
not.
smidge
I'm
edge
not.
in that game.
I'm not. One, coaching staff does not have faith in Mitchell Trubisky. Two, Mitch doesn't know who his go-to person is. Is it what's
Yeah, I
his
know.
name? Is it
I thought it was
Pickens?
supposed to be Pickens, but I mean Pickens hasn't really done much.
I- Is
Deontay
it
Johnson hasn't really done much.
is it Pickens? Najee Harris has been hurt until I think he
Najee
plays
Harris is
this week.
hurt.
So they haven't had, and if he comes and plays Thursday night, is he gonna be 100%, 80%, 60%?
Exactly.
And this is just his second year. So I'm not expecting him to come out and just be like super dynamic. I mean, I know they want him to be, but I mean, does it is Freermuth? I hope I say his name right, but he's like one of my favorite tight ends. Uh,
Does he come
but
alive? Does he be that go-to
who
guy for Mitch
it
Trubisky this week?
who does Mitch throw to? You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be one of those games.
So that's the question mark. But then you turn around with the Cleveland Browns, you have a bunch of veterans. You have a pretty
A
good
game manager
defense,
at quarterback. You got a good
dude.
defense.
You got a stable of runners. So if
Yeah,
one goes down and neither one of them is gonna lose, you're not gonna lose any type of progress with any of the runners that they have. So I'm just saying, I
it's
think the
sad.
Browns are gonna take that game.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
that. It's that weird. It's that was a really weird game for me. I really didn't know what to do with it. I just went to the Steelers just because the Steelers. I
all right, so who we got for Sunday night?
Sunday night we have the 49ers and the Broncos. Who you got?
I'm taking the Broncos.
Broncos country. Let's ride. I'm not taking
Broncos
Broncos country.
country. Let's ride.
I'm not taking Broncos country. I'm taking Jimmy G and the San Francisco
Uh,
49ers because Jimmy G is the quarterback again. And I think
eh,
he should have never
Jimmy
not been their quarterback.
Jimmy G should have been the quarterback again for this season and let Trey Lance sit. As much as
Exactly.
they want to have faith in him, okay. And let me throw this out here with you. Trey Lance, I feel like, regardless of his feelings, regardless of whatever, he's gonna play for 5 years under
Yeah.
a rookie contract.
Right.
So when you have a person like Jimmy Garoppolo, who's been in New England, who's been in San Francisco, and have played under
Oh,
the people that he's played under and
oh,
seen the things that he's seen, and look at how long he sat behind Tom Brady before Tom Brady forced the
Jimmy G
trade.
is not he's a very underrated quarterback. He's not
Very,
what everybody
very
wants as a
underrated.
quarterback right now. He's a pocket passer. He's a statue. But
And
he's
but
good
he's
at what
still
he
mobile.
does.
He's still mobile. He's
You do realize
decisively
that
mobile.
with Jimmy G at the helm and right now and for the rest of the season, that the
Yeah,
Niners runners are going to dominate the game just like they did a couple years ago.
yeah. Well, but like I said, at the same time, I'm still going with my pick. I'm going to pick the Broncos just because, he has Russell Wilson has a plethora of weapons. Now the run game is going to be suspect. I'm not sure who's going to be doing what running wise, but I
Yeah.
think as far as the wide receivers go, they're going to be okay. Um, Now, with that being said,
Okay.
I do think, or should I say, I do think and believe that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come out and, of course, give his best. Um, I don't think this game is going to be a blowout on either side. I think it'll be really close.
It's
Something
going
like
to be
that.
low scoring defensive struggle. First person to 20 points wins.
I think it'll probably be like 23. Was it 23, 23, 20,
Yeah.
23,
It's going to
20,
be a
something
very
like
low
that.
scoring game.
23, 20.
I
So
agree.
that's Sunday
But
night.
yeah, I'm just
And
taking the Niners on Sunday. You got Broncos country.
so we got Monday night football. We got the Cowboys
I'm gonna let you
against
go
the
first on Monday
New
Night
York
Football.
Giants. And I don't trust the Cowboys.
Neither do I.
Look at my head. I don't trust the Cowboys.
Neither do I.
Now, the Cowboys did pretty good this week. Um, if
Cooper
they
Rush
play like
might be
they,
decent, but I still don't. I
yeah,
want to see more
yeah,
from him.
the defense is pretty good. Um, most of the time. Oh, but Sa- okay, so I looked at a stat. Leading rusher after 2 weeks, Saquon Barkley.
Yes,
Everybody thought it was, even me, I thought it was going to be Jonathan Taylor.
I
I didn't
really.
know Saquon Barkley was going to be running like he is, man. He is Saquon Barkley is running like the cameraman from Cops. He's running like the cameraman from Cops, dude. He's jumping over fences and or should I say defenses and running through. I mean, he's running through troops, leaping over walls. Uh, to speak biblically, Lord forgive me, I don't mean to blaspheme or anything like that, but I'm just saying, man, the dude is running all over the place.
Exactly, and I
He-
mean, I don't know if anybody else considers it what I'm going to consider, but I took the Giants in this game.
okay, so both of us took the Giants.
I took the
Both of
Giants
us
as
take,
the upset because the Cowboys are the Cowboys, and everybody favors the dang Cowboys, whether the Cowboys are garbage or not.
but you just said something The
Everybody favors the
Cowboys.
dang Cowboys.
No, you
Oh,
said the
Cowboys are Cowboys.
Cowboys. The Cowboys,
Yes, and I don't
and
know us
that
wise.
that's
this would not be considered an upset us wise, but
no,
media
no,
wise, I consider it an upset. So I'm
no,
calling it my upset. Giants over the
no.
Cowboys as the upset because they're not giving the Giants credit because nobody in the media trusts Danny Dimes. Nobody in the media trusts Saquon Barkley. Nobody in the media trusts anybody.
Okay, so last thing we got to do, we got to pick our lock, and we got to
But you're
pick
upset.
our upset.
This is my upset. So what's your upset?
My upset game of the week is gonna be Jets over Bengals. I'm put.
I don't know. After 2 weeks, I consider that an upset.
Well, I mean, okay. The only other one is
No, I
is
mean
gonna.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You can take that as your upset. But just like the Giants Cowboys game,
I,
people like us really wouldn't consider that an upset. But I'm taking the Giants as an upset anyway
okay,
because
so
they're not
I'm
going to
gonna
be
say
favored in it.
this is the reason why I'm saying
I
it's
don't
an
think they're
upset
favored. Hold
game.
on.
This is the reason why I'm saying it's an upset game. One, you have Joe Flacco with the start. You got Zach Wilson in the background because I think he'll be back this week for week 3. He won't start, but he'll be ready for the game. The Jets are not expected to be beating anybody. They won by 1 point. Again, like we said earlier in the show,
I expect it.
the Bengals are expected to win this game. And this game actually could be both my lock and my upset. It's a lock because the Bengals are supposed to win
Yeah.
this game. It's an upset because I believe the Jets are going to win. And I know I
Are
can't
you calling it
necessarily
your
do.
lock and your
I'm. It should be a lock that the Bengals win this game, but it doesn't mean they will,
The Bengals are favored by 5 points.
dude. The Jets are gonna win this game.
Bengals are favored by 5 points, so that would make
So
this an upset according
so
to
that's my so that's my
Las
upset
Vegas.
game. That's my upset.
Same.
That's my
Actually, mine was not considered an upset.
yeah. Your game.
Actually, no, 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 no. Mine is the Broncos are favored by 1.5 points. So yes, mine is considered an upset according to Vegas. Well, according to the odds. So
Yeah,
yeah, they're both considered upsets. So are
yeah.
you
No,
calling the Jets your lock also?
no. I'm not calling that my
Okay,
lock.
about to say, but that's brave.
Yeah, my lock for the week is gonna be Chiefs at Colts. That's gonna be my lock. The Chiefs should win this game.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
If the Colts play like they played last week, and
which they
Michael
will.
Pittman is still nursing that quad injury, I believe now, and that's not taking anything away from Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah,
even though a lot was taken from him last week by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just saying.
you saying the terrible start continues?
I believe the terrible start continues.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chiefs, Colts, Chiefs is my lock. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my lock.
I agree. That is definitely I consider that a lot. That's a lot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that
All
should be
right.
a lot. There's no possible way the Chiefs
Yeah.
can come in and
Unless
play
the
worse
Chiefs
than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
just don't
No,
play
no
like the
way,
Chiefs, there's no way the Chiefs don't win that game.
no way, no way the Chiefs play worse than Jacksonville. And
Right.
Jacksonville shut out that team.
So Andy goes 0-3 to start the season. I can believe it. It's a
Yeah,
good luck. I don't know what my
and
yeah, I'll
it's
agree
not
with it.
not a good situation for Matty Ice, but at the same time, not a bad situation for him because who do they really have behind him? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, who do they really have behind him?
Jesus. The Chiefs are a 5 point favorite in that game.
So yeah, so I'm just saying, man, that should be a lot. That's a
That's
lot game.
that's not good. I don't know why they giving them that little bit of a spread.
Still, I just think the Chiefs are locked for that game.
Yeah,
Um, you haven't picked a.
a lock yet. I'm saving mine for last. I'm about to pick my lock right now.
All right, so it's your turn.
Here it
I,
is. This is it. 6.5 point favorite. I'm going with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles over the Commanders as my lock.
dude, you and this bromance, you got this bromance. So you talk about my diva hate against Aaron Rodgers. I'm talking about your bromance with Jalen Hurts.
My
It's
lock.
like you've been talking about Jalen Hurts
This is the
all
season.
preseason, off season.
This is going to
After
be his
the,
probably one of his best seasons in his entire career if he keeps
I mean,
playing like he's
he
playing.
he's doing great,
Yeah,
but
and they're going to beat the Commanders by more
I'm
than six
thinking,
points.
but I'm starting to think you need to get counseling though. I
Nah,
mean, because
it ain't that
I might
serious.
I might need to get counseling for my attitude towards Aaron Rodgers. My bad, Aaron. if you're if you're watching this.
Yeah. No, I'm taking the Eagles because I mean, yeah, I know it's a divisional game, and it's not because I mean, yes, I know I picked the Eagles to win the East, and I'm not going to pick the Eagles every game this year. Have you noticed neither one of us picked our teams
Yeah, no, I don't think
this
I
week?
yeah, I don't feel like going back through any of that hurt.
So, but honestly, you said it yourself. The Commanders gave up so many sacks the last 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And Carson Wentz, now don't get me wrong, Carson Wentz will probably have like a slight surge at the end, like he's done all season. But I don't think he comes back and beats. I don't think he beats the Eagles.
Dude, I
They're
know
gonna treat him
that.
like they did to Minnesota. They're gonna put him down 24-7 by the third quarter.
Look, if there was any old players that could come back and play this Sunday, I could imagine Brian Dawkins right now saying, "Man, I wish I could go play this Sunday with the Eagles."
Yeah,
Just could you imagine that?
man, Brian
Eh,
Dawkins have a career game against the Commanders right now.
Oh my gosh, man. I mean, yeah, I'm with you.
Definitely,
Eagles, lock,
Eagles a lot.
Commanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eagles. I mean, say what you will.
So
Say
it,
it's a bromance. Say I'm riding the Philadelphia bandwagon. I said at the beginning of the season I'm going to go down on the ship. Whether it's going to be either I'm going to ride to the be the right, or I'm going to go down with the ship, and the Eagles are going to bomb the rest of the season. But until they do, Eagles are going. to I'm going to. I'm not going to back out. I don't know when on record called it.
yeah. Now, okay, so real quick, we're getting ready to end everything.
Yes, sir.
You made a point and you said that we didn't pick either one of our teams.
No, we didn't.
So here we go. We're
Oh,
gonna go with our teams, but you're gonna do mine, and that's the
oh,
Rams against the Cardinals, and I'm gonna do yours. That's the Saints against the Panthers. So you go
it's going
first.
on the record, right?
This is going on the record. Who do you think's gonna win between the Rams and Cardinals?
I That's tough. You know I got love for Arizona, right? They're like my
Yeah,
second favorite team.
I forgot. Yeah.
Um, I think I think I'm gonna take LA. Not because you're sitting here. I think the Cardinals got lucky last week. I still don't. They are like a chicken with their head cut off right now without D Hop. So I guess it hurts. I'm sorry, Cardinals, but I'm gonna take the Rams. I think it's gonna be close. It's either gonna be a take the lead to come back and go them down to a field goal, go into overtime, or it's gonna be one sided and the Rams are gonna have enough lead to win from. The only reason the Cardinals won last week is because the Raiders blow leads. They did their best to line the Falcon rep impression and blew the lead. The Raiders
Got you.
shouldn't have lost that game. So yeah,
Well,
I'm taking LA.
all right. So you
They're
taking
closer.
LA. I'm gonna give my thoughts on Saints Panthers. Uh Saints Panthers. I'm gonna go Saints. One, because the secondary is still intact. Two, because the offense is just potent enough to keep everything fair. Um, I think you get Kamara back. Um, Hill is questionable, but if he's in there, Kamara's in there, Ingram's in there, Winston
Do you think
plays.
Jameis starts?
If 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 Jameis starts, like I said, they're still respectable. If Dalton
If
starts,
James, I'm gonna say if Dalton starts, they got his
if
chance.
Dalton starts, it's they're still respectable.
Yeah,
You know, the
they're
only
playing the
only thing
Panthers.
that's different is the dynamic of who is Andy Dalton's favorite person to throw to. Where
Yeah,
I think Jameis does a better job of spreading the ball around, and I think since he's been in New Orleans, I think he does a better job of seeing the field,
yeah,
and the game is a little bit slower for him, especially with the stability of being under the same offensive coordinator for the past 3 seasons. So, because he had last year, year before last, and this year. So 3 seasons in New Orleans and same coordinator, which he did not have that in Tampa Bay. He goes in first, what he's there 4 season. He has three offensive coordinators and I think two or three head coaches in 4 years. So he's actually in a place where he has stability. So I think he just off the strength of those things, and then we look at Baker Mayfield experiment.
being Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, the Baker Mayfield
I don't think the
experiment.
Baker Mayfield Carolina experiment is going very well.
Yeah. So I think part of it too is because he's still looking behind his back because he has same year draft mate and Sam Darnold sitting there behind him. And
Yeah, but
Sam
you
wants
would
his
think
job back
someone with pressure would
to trade him.
actually try harder.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You would think, but
But
yeah,
Baker
I'm
Mayfield's gonna
I'm
Baker Mayfield. He's Baker Mayfield after all.
yeah. I'm gonna go Saints
He's a
on that
diva.
game. I'm gonna go. He's Aaron Light with, with without the MVPs.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm going Saints. So, dude, we got our picks in, we got our locks in, we have our upsets in, we have week 3 in the books, and we're getting ready to go into week 4. I can't wait till week 4, but we got to see what's going to happen week 3. Hopefully, the NFC starts to balance out over the next couple of weeks
I think
where
he
we can
will.
see. Because right now, it looks like Minnesota is the quintessential lock for one of the best teams in
Even that
the.
though, they looked really bad Monday night.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're one of the better teams, and they have a division game against the Lions this week. So we'll
That's
see how everything looks.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
game's a toss up. That's why I didn't even bother putting that on my picks. I didn't know which way to go with that one.
yeah. So,
I don't like
oh,
being
if you
wrong. I
don't
don't
want
want to repeat a last week where I just got like all my picks wrong.
Vikings gonna win that game.
Probably.
Uh, just threw that in there. That's the bonus for the week.
I am
But
starting
either
Kirk
way,
Cousins
man,
again this week in a little bit of fantasy before we go. I'm starting him one more time. If Mr. Cousins don't ball out and give me this W, Mr. Cousins will lose his job to Aaron Rodgers. Yes, sir.
bro,
For Kirk Cousins of Aaron Rodgers. Because
if
Kirk Cousins has
Matthew
the best
Stafford,
matchup.
if Matthew Stafford throws any more picks, I, I might even trade him and trade for somebody. I might even go get Jacoby Brissett and just let him play. Because this is crazy, man. I think he had 3 picks in the first game, 2 picks in this game, or vice versa. It's 5 picks in 2 games. Come on, bro. And it's because you're not going all over the field. Now I do believe some of it's
Well,
play
Kirk had
calling too,
three Monday night. I was like, dude, you about to get cut.
but
I
I
own this
mean,
team. You about to get gone.
I'm glad you are not an NFL owner.
That wouldn't be a very good one.
Yeah, no, man, you might be. Can't be any worse than Jerry Jones.
True that.
I'm sorry, Dallas
A
fans.
little bit more shade on Dallas Cowboys.
So, with that being said, dude, this has been a great episode. And as we always leave out of here,
Yep.
thank you for listening to us and
Deuces.
deuces.